So I am stuck in traffic, y'all. I-95 is a mess at, what time is it? 1:50 p.m. But anyways, if you want to know how to fast track from HR screening to almost guaranteeing an interview with the hiring manager, lock in. Okay, so I just got off a call earlier today, so not just recently, like earlier today. I got off a call with an HR exec for another role, a technical project manager. Y'all have already seen that one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk the talk, I'm gonna walk the walk, and the results is out here. The proof is in the pudding. Okay, lock in. All right, so had a call with that HR, and just know I'm getting fast tracked to HR, to the hiring manager. And so let me just give y'all some context and what you need to know when you have these calls, right? So an HR manager is someone that doesn't know what you do. They don't know about your role. 9 times out of 10, they really do not know about your specific role, the details of it, what's required of it. They don't know your day-to-day, and they may not even know your role exists, okay? And you're like, what? Yes, they don't really care about you like that. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Now, the only reason why they are the ones screening you, because the way that it works is the department has a vacancy, right? So somebody left, somebody got fired, somebody quit, whatever the case is. And there's a vacancy that needs to be filled because we can't do the work that we need to get done because we're missing this piece to the puzzle. And so now they go to HR and they say, hey, we need a new project manager to help us with this blah blah blah. And so they're like, okay, cool, what does that person look like? So now the team, that department, is going to give the HR manager a profile of their ideal candidate, right? So they're going to include like some of the basic qualifications, how much experience they may need, do they need any type of certifications or degrees, is it required, do they have experience with certain type of projects and or software. Like, that's the stuff that's in that ideal profile, right? And once they pass that over to HR is like looking at the numbers and like, okay, well, for the budget, the way that it is, you know, it's going to be able to accommodate this amount, blah, blah, blah. Cool. So then now you are someone looking for a job. And so you submit your application, your resume, it goes through their little ATS system, whatever the case is. And it makes it through that. And now you're in front of the HR person. Okay. And when I say in front of, I mean your resume is in front of them. So they're looking at your resume, they're looking at your application, and they're looking at the profile that that department gave them. And they are comparing, and they're like, you know what? This sound like it might be, you know, this sound like somebody I might want to get on the phone, right? That's why once you get a phone call from anybody at that company, HR or the hiring manager directly, you are qualified for the role. You are qualified, okay? Now you just gotta, you know, sell it, but you are qualified. So now HR is on the phone with you, and in their screening, they're just probably going to ask you a couple things to see if you say the key words that are in the profile that they have in front of them, right? So when they're asking you about your experience, they want to hear if you mention any of these things. And if you don't mention any of these things, they may now ask you, hey, what type of software tools are you, project management software tools that you are used to using, and what type of projects have you completed? Because they're trying to hear these key words. If you're an HR manager, drop in the comments, confirm or deny what I'm saying. Let us know. Let the people know. Don't have me out here talking crazy. Okay? This is just what I've experienced and what I could see is going on. You feel me? Okay. So once they do that, right? And then they're going to ask you about the salary. So now HR knows about the salary. HR already know, look, we ain't got the budget to move. This is just what it is, or we got this range. So then now when you say the salary, HR like make notes of it or whatever, and then all that stuff. Then at the end of that, the HR is most likely going to tell you, okay, so I'm going to take these notes and hand it off to the team, and we'll get back to you if you made it past whatever. But you can guarantee that you make it past by asking about the role, talking about the role, like sounding like the expert that you are about the role. Because the more you start talking about the role, the more HR is looking at like, well, damn, maybe they do know how to do this shit. Okay? Girl, I hire you based off what you said. You get what I'm saying? Like, because they don't know. They're not part of the day-to-day. They don't know. They're just trying to hand over a couple people that look like they might fit the bill. Okay? But I want to remind you that if you get that phone call, you're qualified. If you get that phone call, you're qualified. Now, don't psych yourself out. Show up as the great person that you are and rock out that screening. And then when you get to the HR part, when you get to the hiring manager part, knock out that first interview, okay? And then seal the deal with the last one. And then you too will be on here screaming, I got the job.